is definitely it. The Crimson Path, the center point of the Oriole subsector. Oh, when my work here is done, this planet shall rival Terra itself in its sacredness. Now I would act really into this, but I've just got to stay all mysterious and stoic and cool. So I don't think I can. But, well, I suppose one squeal might not harm anything.
It would fucking cool as the things that the this is
Alright, I feel much better now. It's at times like these that I'm really glad that I just monologue to myself and not actually talk to anyone else. Because if someone had heard that, I would be seriously fucked.
Seriously going to go through with this? Search the entirety of Terra, the holiest, grandest, and most populated planet in the universe, to find the one who sent this message?
No household shall be left unchecked, and no person shall go unquestioned.
Well, if you say so. It's not like you care much for your reputation anyway.
Wait, what are you old dusty butt cheeks doing now?
Fabrication terminal has malfunctioned. Self-destruct initiated.
Well, I hope you do realize that Terra is the most densely populated and overbuilt planet in the Imperium. It'll take decades to interrogate every single individual on this planet.
Do not doubt us. This is what we are the best at. We will scan the entirety of Terra and its people in but a few days.
This sounds highly fucking illegal! Oh... My colon just... Oh... I better know!
Big Goji Vanda never had to deal with this bullshit. Yeah, maybe we should make him High Lord of Terra again.
All that radioactive hellfire you've been exposed to, exterminating every planet you come across, must have fried your perception. Do you even realize how hard it is to mobilize on one of these hive worlds? It's really damn hard, but I guess you don't realize, since you sit on that mobility scooter all day.
Well, your have lost competes.
Shut it, you old trash bags!
Well, while I wait for your state director to calm itself, I shall start this sage.
At least remember to expect the rulings of Terra, Theodore. Not a single drop of blood shall fall upon these sacred grounds. When you have found your suspects, at least do the decency of taking them far away from Terra if your eagerness to spill blood grows heavy on you.
Yes, I am fully aware. You have my promise. Soldiers, the search has begun. But take heed. Not a single citizen of Terra shall have his or her blood spilled on these sacred grounds. So, remember, only to burn.
My lord, was it really that funny? Really? Come on, the Necrons still pose a major threat. Just because the Blood Angels teamed up with them at once doesn't mean they're the Imperium's allies or anything. Okay. Maybe it is kind of funny.
No, you are incapable of finding things funny because you are a Custodes.
Alright, I forgot. But anyway, where was I? Oh yes! So the Blood Angels and the Necrons defeated the Vault Tyranids together, and afterwards they went their separate ways, as the Blood Angels and the Necrons were both tired from the big battle, and Commander Dante thought it was distasteful to turn on the Necrons after they had helped each other out.
The Necrons were tired. The Blood Angels found something distasteful. I'd like to laugh more, but that might break my fragile funny bone. Anyway, I was under the impression that Necrons were tireless, soulless skeleton robots with no personality, nor care for anything. What the fuck happened?
Believe me, my lord, I think we all were under the impression until we heard about the Blood Angels and their apparent alliance with them. Before, they just spent most of their time coming out on planets unexpectedly and killing anything that lives, having a singular goal in mind, which was to seal off the Eye of Terror, swat away the Tyranids, and have the rest of the galaxy become never-ending all-you-can-eat buffet for their gods to the Catan.
Sounds like what I would do if I was a soulless skeleton robot. That, and slow walk around intimidatingly. Yes. It reminds me of that holo that I watched a few millennia back. Damn.
Now they're more like... well, their goal is still essentially the same, but now it has become apparent that the Catan were actually somehow shattered into pieces a long time ago, and the Necrons have leftover fragments of them in their possession containing near limitless powers. Also, as of late, some Necrons have even been reported to have actual personalities and even feelings. Oh, and pariahs apparently are not a thing anymore. No idea where they went off to. They just sort of up sticks and left, I guess.
Well, how does it feel having less emotion than a creepy fucking skeleton robot?
It feels fantastic not being on the same impotent level as a filthy Xeno, my lord.
I guess you can put it in that way as well. Anyway, I'm intrigued by the idea of those shards. I will have to ask the remaining Alpha Marines to get one for me when they get back.
Sure thing, my lord.
Just not a shard of that punk-ass fan god the Deceiver. The description you gave reminds me too much of that mysterious, tentacle-headed, metallic jerk who came by every Saturday night to play Paradox Billiards, Bostroyan Roulette, fourth-dimensional hypercube chess strip poker with me, Zinch, and Chego Rav in the webway a few millennia ago. Although, to be fair, at least he wasn't as much of a douchebag as that fat guy with the cigar who showed up with Zinch that one time.
I thought all this time you've been having a constant mental war with the forces of chaos as well as guiding our ships through the power of the Astronomica.
I'm the motherfucking Emperor. I'm allowed a day off once in a while. Besides, I'm the best fucking multitasker in the galaxy.
Oh, sorry, of course, my lord.
So far I have to say that I'm not impressed. These Necrons do not sound as much of a threat as those hungry space cockroaches.
Well, my lord, they are still more of a threat than you might think. Which actually reminds me of a story I need to tell you that will surely refurbish your pride in your angels of death.
Good luck with that.
You see, during year 912, the Necron lords of the two mod bosses got really mad because Necrons of another empire started to expand in his territory. In response to this, the Necron lord suddenly revealed a massive planet-sized space vessel called the World Engine and started drifting through Imperial space, destroying anything that crossed its path. Later, during year 926, after several Imperial planets had been destroyed by the World Engine, a whole lot of Space Marines and the entirety of a local Imperial fleet were sent to destroy it.
Holy shit, a giant skeleton space robot planet that shoots molecule-breaking beams and destroys everything it spots. I want one.
All these forces attacked the World Engine at the same time, but apparently a very strong void shield was surrounding it, making it nigh impervious to harm. This, together with the vessel's mighty arsenals of planet-devastating weaponry, cost millions of lives during that battle.
I guess no one knows what retreating is in this fucking Imperium nowadays.
So now, here is the awesome part. The Space Marines known as the Astral Knights.
I never made anything called Astral Knights.
No, seriously, my lord. You won't even care that you didn't directly make them. You see, all of the Astral Knights decided to ram their spaceship, the Battle Barge Tempestus, straight into the World Engine's void shield.
Fucking damn it. Why do you assholes keep wasting precious battleships?
The shield cracked up and the ship penetrated the hull of the World Engine, allowing all Astral Knights to board it and destroy all weapons, energy batteries, supplies, commandos, and Necrons inside. The battle continued inside the World Engine for 100 hours, all Marines dying doing what they do best. But not before their leader, armed to Ara, decided to overload the entire damn vessel and its central core with the help of some melter grenades. After this destructive overlord, the void ship was turned off completely, and this is where the rest of the Imperial fleet took their chance and shot the crap out of the planet ship with cyclonic torpedoes.
Well, slap me on the kneecap and call me a fucking skeleton. That is actually amazing.
After this incredibly awe-inspiring victory, the remains of the world engine were taken in by the Adeptus Mechanicus while the battle-barge Tempestus was salvaged, and set up as a monument with an Imperial shrine in it, holding statues of the 772 astronauts who had sacrificed themselves to bring down the world engine.
Sorry, I was totally mistaken. I totally remember that I did make the Astronauts now. They were one of the secret legions I made before the Great Crusade that I never told anyone about. They were the best around, nothing was ever going to keep them down.
Right. Whatever you say, my lord.
Also, on the previous subject matter, I have to say that I kind of like that one Necron that you mentioned. Trashy the Incontinent or something.
You mean Trace in the Infinite, my lord?
That's what I said, you tube of fucking custard. Anyway, even if he is an alien fiend, I cannot deny that the idea of stealing incredibly valuable objects from all around the galaxy only to put them in a massive skeleton robot space museum is a great one.
Ah, yes. His only goal in the galaxy is to claim historic artifacts and relics and return to his two world assailants. He's even gone as far as to have the head of the great Sebastian Thor preserved in there.
Absolutely hilarious. At some point we should send some Marines there to steal all his shit just to fuck with him.
I think I know a group of space Marines capable of just that.
Do you now? Do tell.
Well...
Emperor's Holy Inquisition. Stop right there!
We are here to interrogate you about certain message.
Who wrote the message?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't you hear me? Who wrote the message?
Excuse me, are you allowed to do this?
Of course we are. Haven't you heard from the High Lord?
We are here to interrogate everyone on Terra.
Who wrote the fucking message? Where are the gene stealers?
Help me!
Would you look at that? Some unfashionable tranks running around harassing civilians here on Holy Terra. You came to the wrong neighborhood, shitboots!
What makes you lunatics think you are allowed to do this?
Yes, please. Aren't you supposed to stand in the Imperial Palace? Well, you see, this is a special occasion. Special enough that my loincloth is just bursting with anticipation.
What's a more interesting question I demand an answer for is what you Inquisitors are doing here, burning Terra and harassing its citizens.
We are here because of a message supposedly sent from God Emperor himself, telling us the Inquisition is to be disbanded.
Clearly, the message was written by a heretic, and we are going to find it.
Fools. The message is from the Emperor, straight from the Sanctum Imperialis, within the Imperial Palace.
He is the reason why we're outside the palace in the first place. So you have no reason to perform this heinous act upon our planet.
You darn goof! That is impossible!
You would lie. If the Emperor was alive once more, we would know.
You heretics! The Custodians are heretics! Let's get back to Fyodor and tell him about this.
Fucking Grox-ass Inquisitors.
Wahoo!
I'm now incredibly aroused.